Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Eric Demaree, who's the president of Carpet One. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. How are you?
I'm good. Good to be with you. Just a little background real quick. Some people may not remember. Before you came to work here, which I believe was about 8 years ago, and you were president at Carpet One, you were the orange apron at Home Depot. How many years were you there?
About 11 and a half, 12 years. I started as a buyer, a merchant actually, in the West Coast, and then became a global product manager under one of the founders, Pat Farah. And then got moved over to the Expo Design Centers as their merchandising vice president. Came back to the Orange and became merchandising vice president for what they call the floor and wall department. So it was a good run while it lasted.
Yeah. So you're part of the secret sauce for why Carpet One stays competitive versus what those guys are doing at the home centers.
Actually, no, I'm not. Our members are the secret sauce. And we have an unbelievable networking structure throughout Carpet One Floor and Home. We have what's called regional network groups where members get together geographically and discuss issues that are pertinent to them. They buy together. They advertise together. Hell of a network. We have advisory councils, as you know. We have business network groups where businesses of like size and kind. So if you're a luxury retailer in New York and a luxury retailer in San Diego, you can network together and share similar best practices. The other thing is we have a technology in our intranet to our members called Connect. And in there right now, there's probably over 1,800 different best practices shared by owners. Everything you can think of. How do you collect 100% deposit? How do you sell more financing? How do you raise your average ticket? On and on. Any topic you can think of. So the secret sauce are the Carpet One Floor and Home members. My responsibility is to stay out of the way. Make sure we don't screw anything up. The primary responsibility that I have and my team has is bring them more qualified customers. Create the tools, the systems, the marketing, the advertising, the products, everything that differentiates us to bring them more customers.
Okay. We are in Denver at your summer convention. You do meet twice a year with your membership. And we're at the end of the first day. Tell us a little bit about how your members' businesses are doing now.
Well, it's funny, Sandy Michigan, he said, I see a lot of teeth. So everybody's smiling, which is a good feeling. Look, we still have areas where it's still challenging, but overall, we're almost double as far as comp increases of what the industry is reporting in dollars. So, we're doing very, very well. And even though I've heard, retail is soft, our residential remodel replacement is actually up. And builder, of course, is doing much, much better than it had been. We still continue to do a substantial amount of insurance restoration work. And we're in a lot of different areas. So we have a very diverse membership. We're very fortunate. Everything from bid, specification, commercial, all the way down to, the mom and pops that buy just residential product.
Carpet One, if you think about the organization, certainly it's a buying group. It's a networking group. It's 900 strong. It's the people that have been in the business a long time, and many of them are on the second generation, right?
That's right. As a matter of fact, we do a survey every year, all-member survey. It's interesting, and this is unbelievable to me. The average legacy or tenure in business of our stores is 47 years. We have a dozen members who have been in business more than 100 years. Just amazing. So at our stockholders meeting, we kind of acknowledged and recognized that. There's where the strength of the community. I think any local business, I have brothers that own local businesses. When you are in a marketplace 60, 70, 80 years, and you've built that kind of reputation, it's very tough for any competitor, including the big boxes, to come in and take that business, especially when you've got such a strong repeat and referral. And we're just going to continue to build upon that. We've got a lot of strategies we're going to share at this convention where we can really leverage why you should buy local and really make a meaningful statement that the consumer will get.
Tell me kind of what's selling. I know you get feedback from your members.
Well, on the soft side, obviously soft. So carpet, soft side. We introduced Tigressa Cherish as a brand extension to our very successful soft nylon line, and then we introduced Novia Touch, another extension of that carpet line. So they're doing well. So we all know that. And better goods. At this convention, we'll revamp our entire premier line, which is the Relax It Sleeves collection. So we're excited about that. The members are actually going to help pick the product. So that's kind of cool. On the hard surface side, LVT has just exploded. And what's exciting for us is, unlike laminate, where the boxes have just driven it down into the ground with commodity pricing, we're at the upper end, and we are selling an unbelievable amount of product with our Invincible brand at those higher price points. So it's extremely successful. Ceramic, every category's up. Even lumber liquidators that reported, 15% comps? Well, we're matching that. So we're extremely happy with the efforts that we've taken with hardwood flooring in particular. It just goes to show that there's a lot of business out there. Now, I don't know where Lumber Liquidators got it from, but they didn't get it from us, and we're thrilled about the direction we're taking, particularly with hardwood.
And while you are doing strong in the hard surface business, this morning you were pointing out some statistics that the national statistics say that carpet's losing share, and yet you still sell a little bit more carpet than you do hard surface, don't you?
Yeah, that's probably actually a good thing. I mean, there's a lot of money in carpet and cushion, obviously. We sell better end products. So if you look at dollars, our average ticket in dollars is substantially higher than a lot of the competition, particularly somebody like the big boxes or some of the shop-at-home guys. So that drives a larger percentage of dollars versus the hard surface. And we've seen a little bit of a decline. I think the industry was 51% soft and 49. I think we're like 55, 45. A lot of things influence that, as you know, Kemp. So we're happy with the mix. The balance is very good between all the other hard surface categories versus what the industry is showing. But we are a little stronger in carpet, and actually we're pretty glad about that.
This is a simple question, but who's buying?
It's interesting. We do a lot of research. We have a lot of outside companies that come and help us understand the buying habits of consumers. And one that we did was analyzing the client base. By the year 2020, Jean Meister wrote this book, and she also published an article in Harvard Business Review that said, look, by the year 2020, half the workforce in America is going to be new millennials. And we all know where they are, living online, living on their mobile phones. So we don't know how that's going to transpire, but you have to approach that group a little bit differently.
Well, and most of the feedback I'm getting is that the affluent part of the business is doing really well right now, and that's the people over 50. So I think today, most of the customers that are buying at Carpet One, confirm this if you would, are over 50, and what you're saying is you're watching to see where it's headed, right?
Well, we looked at our client. Look, everybody will say this. It's the married couple, 35 to 60, household income of $100,000. They own their home. Okay, there's all the stats. No one can definitively say who's buying at what age group and what percentage of it is. You would think intuitively that, older clientele who have wealth, who have homes, are a target customer. They certainly are. But we sell a lot of folks that are under the age of 50. So, look, everybody's a customer.
So you bring your people here to Denver in the summertime to let them network with each other and also to kind of show them what you're doing to help build store traffic. Tell me a few of the highlights of what you're most pleased about that you're telling them at this meeting.
Well, the investments in a fully integrated marketing plan. They're getting it. It's tough to change old habits, but they're getting it. They understand that, you have to have the right balance of marketing dollars. And you have to be in the right places where the consumer is. And we're teaching them how to do that across all types of platforms. We're making a lot of progress in areas like diversified businesses. So people are bringing other businesses into the box so that they can offer more to their current client base. The other thing our members are very good at through our lead management systems and through our customer relationship, our CRM systems, is really nurturing and following up on existing customers. So all those strategies are in play. Again, it comes back to execution. These are pretty common sense, basic block and tackling. There's nothing new that I'm going to tell anybody. But you got to go out and execute. You got to have a process in place that's going to make sure that you continue to build repeat referral, and you nurture those customers, you get their friends and family, all those things, no different than it was 20 years ago. It used to be lean over the fence, ask for a referral. Now you do it online. They're getting it, which is a good thing. And we got a lot of new generation coming. The amount of second and third generations that reported in our system is pretty surprising, which is very encouraging.
You talk about giving them other businesses, diversification. It is true that at retail, the more people you've got in the stores. The home centers can prove this. They're in there buying light bulbs, so they go see the flooring department. So if these retailers can carry other items that complement flooring, they'll generally do better, won't they?
I can't definitively say that. In my big box experience, you need to be category dominant. You need to be top of mind, and you need to be able to compete profitably in the marketplace. Well, when your name is Carpet One Floor and Home, you're going to have to recognize what it takes to be category dominant in another category. Now, we have a lot of members that do very, very well in other categories. My only advice to folks is focus and concentrate on your core businesses. do all the flooring that you can do in all the different segments first. Make sure you're getting that market share before you start exploring, I'd like to get into countertops or cabinetry, or do that first. And if you've got a solid footwork and you got the cash flow, you have the capital, then you should experiment and look at other potential business opportunities. And we help our members do that. We have a whole team of people that help them look at, analyze, run financial pro formas, do market surveys and studies in a lot of different categories. And as you know, we also own Lighting One, so we get a lot of data from them.
One thing as I look around, I'm seeing a lot more women at this meeting. And I don't know if you track that or not, but are you seeing more women being involved in this business?
Oh, absolutely. And it's great. I mean, our advisory council is 40% women. We have a lot more women owner-operators, which is, think about it, Kemp. Who's our target customer? My spouse, I know, would rather deal with a professional that has design knowledge, that knows how to sell, and knows how to help product. So it's very encouraging to see that. And a lot of younger folks are coming in.
All right, great, Eric. Well, it's good to talk to you. Thanks for spending time with us. Again, been talking to Eric Demaree, who's president of Carpet One Floor and Home at the summer convention, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.